All right, so here it is. White in color. It's got the hard top. Doesn't have a lift kit or anything, but a different set of rims and tires. And when you're just looking at it like this, you know, kind of a little ways back, you're like, wow, what a nice looking Jeep for a great price. I mean, that's a win-win. But like I just said a second ago, it does have some rust. So let's start moving forward and getting a little bit closer to the vehicle. And I'll talk about the good stuff and the negatives, so you kind of know exactly what you're getting into before coming down here and doing business with us. Now, somebody did add on some aftermarket headlights, which look good. Okay, all your lights work. Fog's down in there. Now, I do have the hazards on. That one's not working, so maybe we need to put a new bulb in there. That's simple stuff. It does have this little thing on the front here, which doesn't look too bad. The bumpers are notorious for fading, which we have bumper trim paint over in the shop over there. We could probably black that out for you and make it look a lot better for sure. And another thing on it, it does need a windshield. Windshield's got a crack in it right here. It kind of goes all the way over. So glass is free in South Carolina if you have full coverage insurance. So, you know, for me to buy a new windshield is probably $200-300 to get one put on, or let somebody buy it and get that done themselves. But we can always work that out one way or another if somebody's really interested in buying it. The main thing on the vehicle, as I said earlier, is the rust. Rims and tires look good. You know, this is a good street tire here. It's still got a pretty decent amount of tread on it. Not new, but again, you can buy it and drive it with those tires for however long you want. It is a Rubicon, so it does have your lockers and all, which is cool. It's got tinted windows, it's got a hard top. But the vehicle came from out of Vermont, so that's probably why we got so much rust going on. Like, this is pretty easy to deal with. Not so much a big deal. But as you start looking at the bottom, here's where it starts. You got rust right in here. It's really kind of getting in there and eating it up pretty good. Got some right there. And as you can see, you got a good bit of surface rust going on right up under here. So these are the most important things to really pay attention to. But again, you know, you can buy it and drive it just like it is, and just drive it for as long as you want to drive it for with the rust on there. Or, you know, if you got a shop or garage and you want to start working on it, you know, sandblast it, do whatever you got to do to clean it up as much as you can. And some stuff can be fixed for sure. Again, it really all depends on how much time and money you want to put into the vehicle. We're selling it to you for a pretty cheap price. So that's what I look at. And some of y'all might be watching and go immediately, oh, I'm done, I'm out, I'm clicking off this video. But shocks, they got rust on them, but shocks can always be replaced. Springs look fine back there. So again, some stuff can be replaced. Brake lines and all that are important to pay attention to. I don't think that's a problem with this Wrangler so much, because the brakes work, it accelerates, it drives good, AC blows cold, so those are good things. But again, it does have rust on it. That's the same rim as all the other ones, but somebody painted it black. The tow package is there, but again, you know, we got rust going on under here. So this is what you got. That's why the price is the way it is. Muffler's new. Somebody replaced that, of course. There's under there. Okay. It's a little chilly this morning, so yeah, you're getting a little bit of smoke under there. But you got rust in here. And again, I can't stress it enough. I mean, once rust starts, you got to nip it in the bud pretty quick and get rid of it, because you can see it's starting right up under here. It's in here, okay, right there on the hinges. But again, you can take all this stuff off. You can replace brackets, you know, all these things. A lot of stuff can be taken care of, but really the main gist of things, getting a vehicle like this rust free, is really up under the vehicle. That's really, for the most part, where everything's going to have to be worked on and all that. It does got a mat back here by Rugged Ridge. Okay, there's your tools and all. Okay, it's a little wet in there, or a little bit. But another thing, if you're looking at a Jeep Wrangler and you see a little water in an area like that, you know, if that really worries you and freaks you out and you're like, oh my goodness, water's getting in the car, you know, and all that, you may not be the person to buy an older Jeep like this. You may need to go out and buy yourself, you know, something like we have over there that's in the upper 20s. You know, when you're looking at an older vehicle, especially a Jeep Wrangler, I'll tell you right now, water finds a way in. You know, people ride around with the tops off, the doors off. I mean, truly, a lot of Jeepers, a lot of people who drive Jeeps, they get it. You know, they don't really, some people don't really care so much about all the water. That's why you might be buying an inexpensive Wrangler like this, because you just want to take the roof off, the doors off, and ride around. And if it gets wet on the inside, who gives a toot, right? You know, I mean, it's an older Jeep. Just have fun and drive it. All your power windows and everything do work. Power door locks, we got that. The car's running right now. Here's the front seats, looking pretty good. So interior doesn't look too bad. And the outside really doesn't look too bad. It's just that rust. Dash is in good shape. Again, you do got that crack on the windshield right here. That needs to be fixed. Radio works, Sweet Home Alabama. You got your books and manuals right in there. Good stuff. 4-wheel drive right there. And again, it is a Rubicon. Hold on. There's got to be some... Oh, right here. Sway bar axle lock. So it's a real deal Rubicon, y'all. Power windows, there you go. They work just fine. All the way around they work. Freedom top pops off. The back pops off. So there you go. There is a check engine light on right now. Don't know exactly what the check engine light is on for. And there's a tire pressure light on right there too, letting you know that it might be a little tire a little low. I have noticed with these tire pressure lights, especially on cars that are a little bit older like this, those tire pressure monitoring systems, those little sensors in the valve stems, the batteries go bad in them, and sometimes they quit working, and then that light comes on. So that's something to pay attention to. You can take it to your local tire shop, and for about 80 bucks, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but about 80 bucks or so, you can replace the batteries in those little valve stems on that tire pressure monitoring system if it bothers you that much. But there's the mileage right there. Okay, 197,263. Check engine light could be on for multiple reasons. You know, it could be on because maybe a O2 sensor needs to be replaced. You know, it could be something minor like that, or it could be something a little bit more. Maybe, you know, something else is going on. I don't know. But I can plug in my little computer and I can pull up the codes and see exactly why it's on. Let's take a look under here. I will tell you, under this hood, you're gonna see some rust under there as well. That's why we're making this video. I don't want anybody driving in from out of town not knowing what we got here before they see it and buy it. But it does need a bath under here. But really, not too bad. Not as bad as I thought. Just needs a good cleaning under here. That's all. Clean some of this dust out. Actually running really well. There you go. 3.8 V6. These Jeeps came out in 2007. That's right. That's the JKU. That's when it started, 07. And from 07 to 2011, you got your 3.8 V6. 2012 is when they introduced the 3.6 V6, which has a little more horsepower, a little more torque. Okay, but still, the 3.8's not a bad engine, and this one seems to run out pretty good. So there you go. You got to see the 2008 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon today at Southern Motor Company. If that's something you want for the price, just come on down and talk with me. I'll make you a fantastic deal. And only other fees involved in buying a car from me is sales tax and tags. In South Carolina, sales tax is capped off at 500 bucks on anything 10,000 or more. And you got 55 bucks there to get you a new license plate. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.